good day to you. Welcome to the Vine Daily. The Vine Daily. I'm Pastor Ernest, and just excited to share on this week something that the Lord has placed upon my heart to share with you. You know, one of the greatest, if you will, characters of the Bible, especially in the Old Testament, is this guy by the name of Abraham. And I always like to just take time to look at what's going on with Abraham and study Abraham's life. And what we're going to do on this week, we're going to kind of look at Abraham as Paul explains Abraham to us in the book of Romans. So, you know, taking an Old Testament character and bring him into the New Testament and see what Paul has to say about Abraham. And this is what we'll call this. We'll call this, just for the week, the essentials of Abraham's faith. Okay, the essentials of Abraham's faith. I'm just going to look at 5 of them and we'll get through them very quickly, but I have to read the story, okay? So just bear with me. I'm going to be reading out of Romans chapter 4, and I'm going to be starting at verse 17, and I just want to share what it says there in the Bible. It says, "As it is written, I have made thee a father of many nations." Of course, that's about Abraham. Before him whom he believed, even God, who quickeneth the dead, and calleth those things which be not as though they were. Who, this talking about Abraham, who against hope believed in hope, that he might become the father of many nations, according to that which was spoken, so shall thy seed be. Now I'm going to stop there. I'm going to read the rest of it as the week goes on. But I just want to talk about one of the essentials of Abraham that I see right here in verse number 18. It says about Abraham, who against hope believed in hope. And here's what I want to say. Here's one of his essentials. He believed when there was no reason to believe. There was no reason for Abraham to believe because, again, it says against hope. He believed in hope. You know, he was an old man. His wife was old. They were barren. They probably wasn't even having intimate relations, because if you go back to the Old Testament, by the way, and see where when Sarah laughed, what the Bible says, she laughed because she was going to have some pleasure. She was like, this ain't went down this way in a long time. But when everything was against Abraham believing, yet guess what? Abraham decided, I'm going to believe God that this will come to pass. And so I want to encourage you on today that whatever's going on in your life, whatever's happening, I want you to have this type of Abraham faith that you can believe God. I know you might be saying, I don't see how it's going to happen, but if God said it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Trust that today. All right. We'll talk again tomorrow and continue this conversation around Abraham.